Trey Songz, Tremaine. This is Trey's 7th studio album. I had to double check that. This man releases a lot of great R&B music. I really had to look into that. It's a lot of albums for a really good artist, and I like that. That's cool. So I know Trey Songz from listening to Drake. We had Successful, I Invented Sex. It really clicked for me with Trey. I started going down the Trey rabbit hole, and I love his music. So let's get into this edition of First Listen. This album opens up with The Prelude, which quickly, I might add, gets into its sensual vibe, that classic Trey vibe, and then transitions into Come Over. Yeah, definitely some sensual stuff. Checks all the Trey boxes, adds a few new ones that I didn't know he had. Holy crap. And those notes, he can still hit the notes, all of them. He's making everyone hit notes. You heard. So then there's Nobody Else But You. He drops this line that, man, it just hit me. Looking in the mirror, ain't you scared to lose her? I don't know why that hit me that way. That makes you feel. But the rest of the track, I was in that zone where I was like reminiscing back to, oh man, like years ago. And I love when artists do that, make you think about a time in your past, whether it was good or bad. In this case for me, it's really special when this happens. It really speaks volumes of how great the artist is at their craft. Number one fan and Playboy show two sides of the same man kind of trying to change himself. Him reflecting about needing to change and not being able to change. I think that's very admirable that he knows he needs to change, but he realizes he probably can't. That's a heck of a thing right there. You can't always put your finger on that kind of song, but these are expressed so powerfully that you can't help but feel exactly what he was going for. Then we have this track, The Sheet Still. This track got probably more honest than we ever wanted Trey to get. But I like that it is super honest. Those poor sheets, man. Those poor sheets. And then that line, I'm going to put a baby in you. Oh my goodness. I just wasn't expecting it to get, I should. With Trey, I should expect this. But he even caught me off guard, knowing what Trey is about, what he flows with. Wow. So this is really my favorite type of R&B. Honest, real, willing to push the limits. Maybe even a little dirty, a little bit sensual. I love when artists really embrace all of it. And Trey always does that from track to track. You know he's being honest and real. You really just can't beat that. You just can't beat it these days. In case you weren't convinced, Exhibit A, she loving it. Yeah. And if you think he's gone maybe too far, which I do with Animal, I think he went too far only because there's an elephant and then there's some other lyrics that just, yeah. The electronica vibe on What Are We Here For is not all that surprising. It's good, but it's not surprising because I feel like every artist is trying to get into this zone. This one's pretty good though. And it continues on games we play. It's a little bit different because that vibe kind of goes up and down, and it's not the same electronica as the previous track, but it's executed pretty well because those lyrics are brought forward, which is how they should be. With Trey, we want to hear Trey. Keep that beat rocking and vibing in the back, but pull Trey forward, keep him up front with us. We love Trey. Don't we? Don't we all love Trey? Come on. We love Trey. The album closes out with Break From Love. This piano in the beginning hit me so... It just hit me. This track is John Legend-esque. We can't say it's full John Legend because John Legend is John Legend, and we won't even go there. He really did it in this song. He really did. It's a very beautiful track. As most of these tracks are very personal, this one feels extra personal for me. I really like it a lot. So throughout this album, he shows his versatility, shows that he can hit these notes and do all the things that we know he can do, especially based off of previous albums. And this album, I think this one is gonna be a hit. This one is gonna be really successful, and I always love when Trey is successful, just like he does. So I love the album. You should totally check it out. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't get too dirty, please. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. This has been another First Listen. And I hope to see you again here on the 10th Aisle.